Hey Brooke, I had a minute, so I figured I'd go over this one, Carefree Coverings, the website you sent me. Um, just by the initial design, this looks really, really good. They have the request a consultation and the click to call button right there, which is super useful. That's always really, really important. When you're building a website, you want to make sure that they have a lot of call to actions, so it's not just them reading about your business, it's them actually becoming customers. And the amount of content's pretty good too. You might want a little bit more words on your page. Looks like there might be 500 or so words. Usually on a home page, in order to get it to rank, you want at least 1,000, if not 12 to 1,500 words. The longer content pages just tend to rank better. And then that's the home page. For the service pages, you usually get away with 500 to 600 words per page, which doesn't look like they have really any content at all. So these aren't really going to get indexed. They won't add any keywords that you want to be ranking for. They have a ton of back pages though. That's awesome. Blinds. So let's look. I use this tool. It's called Ahrefs. Um, it's a super, super good tool. It kind of tells you everything about the website. When I'm managing my own websites, I use something called Google Webmaster Tools. Webmaster Tools, but you can only look at that if you're the one who owns the website. But this tool allows me to look at everyone's website on the internet. So they currently have 31 organic traffic every month. That's not super great considering Arizona is such a large area and they cover a large service area. So here are the keywords that they're ranking for currently. Carefree Coverings, their business name. They're in the position number 1. 40 people search that every month, and about 15 of those out of the 40 click on their website. This column right here is also super important for SEO. It's keyword difficulty. It's how many other people are competing for that exact phrase on the internet, and it tells you how much work it's going to be to rank this business on the number 1 location. So this is a 0, no one else is competing for it, so she's easily getting the first position. But this 24, it's a little bit more work, and they're in the 12th position. So they'd have to do a little bit more backlinking in order to rank number 1. But yeah, so their keywords, they are indexed for quite a few keywords, but they're not all super great keywords. You want keywords that have high search volume, low keyword difficulty, are specific to your industry, your service that you provide, and location. So this one's good. Shutter Repair Scottsdale. That's a great one, except for it has really low search volume. So it's good to have, but you want to target other ones as well. Things that have higher search volume, at least 100, 50 to 100 search volume is the kind of keywords you usually target. So let's look at some of their competitors. I found this website earlier, AZ Blinds. They're doing a pretty good job on their SEO. They have 1.5 K organic traffic every month. So here are all the keywords that they're currently ranking for. Besides their brand, let's see, Arizona Blinds. So yeah, Arizona Blinds gets 150. That's kind of their blinds, or their brand too. Blinds Phoenix, that gets 70 every month. They're number 1. They get 25. Usually that's the case. The number 1 person tends to get about 1/3 of all the search traffic, and then number 2 and 3 usually get like 15% or so. So that's why you want to get number 1. Windows Covering Phoenix. That's another great one. So it has their product and the location. It's got a decent amount of search volume, so they're able to get 24 from every search every month. Arizona Shutters and Blinds, it's a great one. Blinds Arizona. These ones are okay to have, but Arch Window Treatments, that's a national keyword, so people in New York are also, they're showing up number 1 even if the person's searching from New York. And so all of the traffic that comes from a national keyword, it's not always as important as the traffic that comes from local keywords, because those are your potential buyers, if that makes sense. So a lot of what SEO is doing keyword research, figuring out lists of keywords to try to rank for on each page, and then figuring out how to get those keywords onto the page. So a good way to do it is, or let me just show you a little bit. So, because how Google works is it has bots that go and index and read everything that's on the website. And then they categorize it and they figure out how many times you use each word, where you use the words. So if it's in what's called the H1 tag, that's the header. H1 is header. If your keyword is in the header, then Google knows that that's what that page is about and knows what your website is about because it's in the header. Also, if you use the keyword multiple times, then it knows that that you're about that keyword, and so it will show you and index you for that keyword. So their website, these are all of the keywords that they have on it. They use cleaning, window cleaning a bunch of times, but yeah, that's just kind of how Google works. Their current website, I don't know how old it is. It shows that they have some backlinks, but I'm guessing based off of how well their website's ranking that it might not be the most quality backlinks. When you get backlinks, they have to be relevant to your industry. So you don't want to, I don't know if you know what backlinks are or not. I guess I'll explain. So a backlink is your website URL on another website's web page. So if, for example, you write an article about how much energy savings you get from using this special brand of blinds, and then 5 other similar companies quote you or reference your content and link to you, each link is considered a backlink. And that's pretty much telling Google, what it means to Google is other people are reading your website content. That means that your content is quality. People reference it, so it must have a lot of good information in it, and so it makes you seem like the trusted source. And so it will rank you higher compared to people who don't have backlinks because nobody's reading it, no one's referencing it to their content. So you want to have the most backlinks, but you can't just have any backlinks. Like all of these are completely useless. If the website that you're getting backlinks from also doesn't have any backlinks and has no trust and authority, then it's not going to do anything for your website. You need backlinks from other businesses that have really good trust and have backlinks going to them as well. Otherwise, there's no power to pass. Also, you need to make sure that it's kind of relevant to your business. You can't just get a backlink from a pizza website to your cleaning or blinds website, and Google doesn't count that. It won't make that seem natural. It's obviously just some SEO person putting it there. It's not a natural feat. So yeah, the backlinks need to be cleaned up. Get some more quality backlinks. You need to do a lot more on-page SEO, getting the right keywords in the headers and putting each one multiple times, like these guys do. They've done a pretty good job on their SEO. You can also hide keywords in the photos, because I know that this website has a lot of photos. So if you name the photo a keyword instead of the random number, then that is considered putting Google reads the photo. It's called using alt text. So definitely go get some good keywords that have high search volume, and I would start with that, doing the on-page SEO. Other factors that help ranking is how fast the website loads. You can always test it on GTmetrix or like 10 other page speed testers. And then as far as the general business SEO, another really big part of getting business and calls in the door is getting your Google map listing ranking. So if I search blinds Mesa AZ, I guess, the first thing that shows up after the ad is these these map pack, these business listings. So you create that, just so you know, by going google.com/business, and it's free to make. And when you set it up, you have to set it up properly. A lot of these business owners just don't really know how to set it up, and so they're not ranking very well. There's so many for every industry. But the people who set it up properly are the ones that are ranking. So you need to have the right categories, first of all. So this person, they have window treatment store, home improvement store as their categories. So every business listing can have a primary category and as many subcategories as they want. So you want to make sure that every single service that you want to have every category that pertains to your business. And so if these guys do all sorts of things, they do repair, window cleaning, window tinting, kitchen, whatever they do, So you want to make sure you have all of those kinds of categories. And here's a list of all the categories you can have. Window cleaning, yeah, you can add that. So let's see what shows up. Oh, see what categories they have. These are the categories that they currently have. Window treatment store, awning supplier, and blind shop. But you could also add, window cleaning and many other categories as well. Because if you don't add it, then when somebody searches window cleaning Mesa Z, you're not going to show up at all. Besides that, is part of SEO is updating your Google business listing. You can post on it, kind of like social media. You can also add photos continually. Every time you add photos, it helps boost your ranking. When you add photos, you're going to want to name the photos the names of the keywords. You're also going to want to upload them as square. 650 by 650 pixels is the optimal size because they don't look good the other way. You also want to get lots of reviews. You can generate a review link on Whitespark, or you can just text them the link of your Google business like this and say, hey, please leave a review if you had a good service. Yeah, so if you go to Whitespark, you can find a review link generator and handout that they can generate on there. I use that a lot of times with businesses. After that, the next thing that really boosts the rankings on the Google business listing, besides getting reviews and the photos and stuff, is getting something called citations. So I looked up the citations that they already have. They actually already have quite a few. They have 32. So it looks like somebody did a bit of SEO for them. Citation is like a directory or a business profile. Every time you can make a business profile and you have the same address, phone number, and business name, then Google will be able to index it, and it kind of makes a list. And the more you have, the more trustworthy you seem, and the higher you're going to rank in this maps. Usually when I'm starting to do SEO for a business, I'll get 150 or 200 citations, depending on how competitive it is. And yeah, but they have done actually a pretty good job. A lot of people only don't have any citations, and so they're not ranking very well. Yeah, so let me know if you have any other questions about SEO for this company. Right now, their on-page site speed is a C, so not super great, and it gives a bunch of tips to increase the page speed load time. You also want to make sure that your website is mobile friendly, but that's pretty easy to do. But overall, this website's not bad. It just doesn't have really quality backlinks, and their on-page SEO is kind of crappy. They don't have the right keywords, and they don't have enough content on their website, although it looks beautiful. A lot of people, like photographers and designers, stuff like that, they really like just having a little bit of words and a lot of images, but it just doesn't work very well for SEO. And if you do want to have just a few words, just making sure that you have the right keywords in the words is really important. Like, let me show you the website I'm building right now. We haven't optimized it for page speed or anything like that yet, but we have a form, click to call buttons and stuff, but these are the keywords, Pittsburgh roofing contractor, it's in the head. And then we have Pittsburgh roofing, roofing and siding, Pittsburgh roofing, contractors. So different variations, different spellings, different word order, but every time having the keyword, the keywords you're trying to target in the content multiple times, that really helps it rank. Yeah, I'll look at the other websites when I get a minute, but let me know if you have any other questions.